Hello there, hello, good evening everybody. Good evening, Friday evening. Can you all hear and see me? First things first, we like to check that everybody is able to hear and see me. So, nearly fell over then, guys. So, can you just confirm? I've got Charlie who says, "Hey Nick, remember me? Come on, you Blues." Remember you as in I know you personally, Charlie, or remember you from the channel? I remember you from the channel, yeah, of course. You've been on a few times. Blue CJ says, "Evening, Nick and Blues." Blue CJ, thank you for joining again. Matthew Boove is here. Matthew Boove. They played a little bit better at home, didn't they, mate? A little bit better. Starting to find that form again that you knew they had in them, Matthew. Hey, starting to find that form that you definitely knew was coming out of Brentford. What else have we got? Loud and clear. Lovely. Cheers, Matthew. Mark Noholty. Hi, Nick. Great channel. Oh, cheers, Mark. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thanks. So, got a few people online at the moment. It's Friday evening. Tonight's little show and chat won't be as long, unfortunately. I've got to get somewhere. At a bit. I've got a fundraising event for my daughter. Don't know if I've told any of you this, and it's not really relevant to the the Everton post match review, but just to explain why I'm not going to be going on for as long today. My daughter, who's 10 years old, she's a little gymnast, and she is competing at the World Championships in Las Vegas this year in June. There's 16 of them going, 16 girls. Unfortunately, I don't get to go. I've got to stay at home with the little ones, so my wife's going with her. But we have to do a bit of fundraising to get enough funds for them to go. So we're having a fundraising event tonight, so I have to get to that. So that's why we'll still do a good 30, maybe 40 minutes, depending how long I rabbit on for. But anyway, so it won't be as long. Sorry about that, everybody. Anyway, Brentford the other night. What are we all thinking, guys? I like to do these. I like to give it a little day or so to soak in. Instant match reactions. There's other people do them. I always think for this channel, I like to reflect a little bit because we watch the away games anyway together on the live show. And do the live watch along. We're here anyway watching it, so we're reacting there and then. So it's nice to reflect a little bit, I think. Atkinson Berg says Beto missing chances, got unlucky. Yeah, Atkinson, yeah. Look, this is the thing. I'm gonna start on the match review right now, but that's obviously a big talking point for us, isn't it? But the one thing I think we've got to remember, and I'm sure, I'm not saying any of us on here are forgetting, Beto's been immense recently, and I love the way he's getting in those positions. James says, "Hi Nick, thanks for the hat. It arrived today. It's great," which means great, I'm sure. James, no problem, mate. Well done on that one. So, what was it you won, James? I've got it written down. What was your score, James? Was yours the Palace one? Yeah, Palace 2-1. I've been waiting for your email, so I'd only just got that off you, mate. So, glad you got it, James. Well done on that. What we'll do as well, we've got no Everton game this weekend, have we? Gutted about that, but I think I'm gutted, right? But I think the lads need a break. I think the lads need a little break because our team, when it gets to that hour mark, our team's looking really tired, aren't they? It happened against United. It definitely happened against Brentford as well. So I think a little break could do them good right now. So yeah, but what we'll do, guys, we'll pick a game. We'll pick a game that's on tomorrow, and we'll do predictions for it. So it'll be nice. We'll do some predictions that's not an Everton game. Okay, so I'll get some predictions off you still. We'll just pick a game at random and do it that way. Michael Tom says, "Hi Nick, how are you?" Mike, I'm good, mate. How are you? You okay? So yeah, looking back at the game then, Brentford game the other night, away from home at the G-Tech, and obviously we're going into that game 6 games unbeaten off the back of a 2-2 draw with Man United when we were 2-0 up and we should have been flying at half time, in my opinion. Thought we were, against United, first half, thought we were brilliant. And then we just allowed them back in it. But I think that's, like I say, I think that's part of the fatigue that the players are feeling because of all the injuries. So we go into the Brentford game. It's away from home, and honestly, my honest opinion, which I'll tell you now, I was a bit worried about the Brentford game, with the injuries and the fatigue I seen against United. It was a quick game to have on the back of that as well, and I just thought we might struggle here. We might struggle. I'll always go in to the game positive and be like, "Come on, you Blues," and all that. We can do it. We can beat anyone and that. But inside, I was honestly worried about what that result was going to be against Brentford. Started great, didn't we? Well, actually, we started a little bit slow. But as we grew into the game, we had those chances. Main talking points are, of course, Beto, the slip by. I'll tell you what. Firstly, it was Jack Harrison, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. Put the long ball up to him. As soon as Jack Harrison won the ball, edge of our box, long ball up to Beto. Thing is as well though, we're not when we do play these long balls now, we're not going long and direct for the player like we were trying to hit Calvert-Lewin, weren't we? And open for the best, that he brings it down months ago. Even Jack Harrison played the ball long and outside, outside. So it's something for Beto to actually run onto. Looked like what was the kid's name? The defender, Pinnock, was it? Ethan Pinnock, is it? It looked like he was going to quite easily cover it, clear it out for a throw, but he slips, doesn't he? That Pinnock slips. He takes Beto with him as well a little bit, but Beto gets up quickest. He's onto it and he's 1-on-1. And honestly, over the last like 4, 5 games, 6 games, you don't see anything, do you, other than Beto burying that in the net. I thought he'd have gone round to the right, round the keeper to the right, but he didn't. He tried to go. He tried to actually take it round the keeper, and he tried to go left round the keeper. And Flecken judged it quite well. And to be fair to the keeper, he got down to it. And that was gutted. That was gutted because just right then I thought, oh no, like I didn't see anything but Beto scoring. Then he gets another chance, and this is one thing I want to discuss as well. These chances in a positive manner, by the way. He gets another chance where ball comes up to Alcaraz, and Alcaraz sees space, and again that's what I really like. I like the fact that Alcaraz, who by the way didn't have his best game, I didn't think, against Brentford, but he sees space. So that vision that he just saw the space and used his head to get it into. You know, he didn't wait for it to drop to his foot. He just straight away seen the space, put it in front of Beto, who has another run. And I said this whilst we were watching the game. Tell me if you agree, but Beto's running is like so obscure, isn't it? I think it's a nightmare for defenders to track because he doesn't get the ball and like run in a straight line. He's like running all over the place, isn't he? Let me know what your thoughts on that, or is it just me that sees that? I just think he makes it really hard for defenders because he's like running all over the place, still maintaining this vague straight line though as well. It's weird. It's weird. But he then does this time go safe and tries to put it down to the keeper's right, doesn't he? Keeper gets another touch. Keeper gets a good touch. So it was good. 2 good saves by Fleck, and let's be fair to him. Like, keeper gets a touch, and it's just wide. 2 really good chances first half for Beto. Thought we were going to go in 0-0. We didn't. Going to get to you. So before I move on to we all know what's coming. Before I move on to that, let's get some comments here. Mark North says, Charlie going to be a superstar. It's pronounced Naughtley, by the way. Jake O'Brien scored a good dive header. Hopefully the first of many. Yeah, Atkinson, defo, yeah. If people would have thought we'd have 5 and 4 striker they would rip your hand off. James, absolutely, mate, absolutely. Who's seen it coming, eh? Who's seen it coming? I think when we were like, when Dominic Calvert-Lewin was injured again and that, I think we were like, we're a bit like, oh, not again. You know, what are we going to do? And then Beto comes and takes his chance. Honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. Michael says, yeah, just still mad after the Man U game. It's tough to take, isn't it? Tough to take. And we should be like we said this like last week, it does show how far we've come, because we should be like really accepting of a 2-2 with Man U, but we're not, we weren't. And that's good. That's a good thing. Lunatic, hi mate, he says 1-1 as a result was fine, but Beto should have scored at least one of those 3 big chances. Hopefully it just wasn't his day. That doesn't influence his confidence. Right, I don't think it will. So here's the thing, right, before I move on, so we all know what's coming on, I will touch on these chances. And when I said before, we obviously need to touch on those chances, but in a positive way. That we all know that they didn't go in, of course, and we're all gutted about that. I won't want to dwell on them not going in, because that's done, it's happened. What I do like is the fact that he's getting in these positions, and it's lovely to see a striker who's making really nice runs. The goal against Liverpool, the free kick against Liverpool, how he moved back, gave Brentford the eye and turned and went. I just love seeing it. Honestly, I love seeing that play for our team. It's absolutely brilliant. So the fact that he's getting those chances, as soon as we like move forward, you know, as soon as Harrison got the ball for his first chance against Brentford, Harrison gets it, Beto's on his way. He's on his way, and Harrison just sends him. Same with the Alcaraz one. It drops, it comes to Alcaraz's head. Beto's on his way, straight away. I love it. He runs like a crab. Yeah, Blue CJ, it's not so much crab like just side to side though, is it? You know, it is. I get what you're saying. It is crab-like. Yeah, it's a funny one, man. Funny one. Like a cross-eyed crab or something, just like diagonal, but each way, still maintaining a straight line. It's like I say, dead obscure. But yeah, I'm just loving the fact that we've got a striker there who's making these chances happen and making these runs. Really do. So refreshing for us. So refreshing. Who would you say was the last striker you can think of for us making those sorts of runs in that? Wasn't Calvert-Lewin for me. Not Calvert-Lewin. Who would you say before that was the one that you've seen like making the space and the runs in behind and that? Guys. So, yeah, shortly after that though, not shortly after, a bit after, they had this, who was the long thrower for them? Sharda, wasn't it? That Sharda for them with the long throw. And our defence has been great recently, but you cannot let a ball bounce in the box off a long throw, can you? You got to put your boot through it. Doesn't matter where it goes as long as it's not in the goals, but you got to put your boot through it and just send it somewhere. And nobody did, and letting a ball bounce in the box like that is just danger. And Mbeumo gets his head on it. Somehow, look at the size of our defenders, and Mbeumo's the one getting his head on, and then Wissa. One thing I do have to pick up. Have you watched back at all the game, the highlights or anything? And that Wissa's goal, honestly, the way he jumps for that is absolutely hilarious. I think Jake O'Brien was almost daydreaming. Jake O'Brien looked like he was in shock at the fact that Mbeumo had hit the bar and it was coming back. It was like he was just watching it. But Moise Keane running behind, not very often, mate. Yeah, it was like Jake O'Brien was just stuck ball watching, and not aware and alert of what was happening around him, and almost just for that split second forgetting to just jump at it and clear it. Because if Wissa can jump like a salmon and head that in, then Jake O'Brien could have stood there and headed it. Again, not going to be too tough on him. Andy Johnson, Tazzle, great one, Andy Johnson, yeah. So yeah, it was obviously gutted that Wissa gets that head in just before half time as well. One of the worst times to concede or what? It's an absolute killer. Then second half, Wissa actually scores again, doesn't he? It's offside, luckily because Pickford had come out and gone forward, so it only left one person between the ball and the goal. So luckily it was offside, because that would have been an absolute killer for us, I think. If it's gone 2-0, don't think there would have been a way back, but it didn't. And then Mykolenko pops up with a great ball in the box. 77 minutes, was it? Great ball over. And Jake O'Brien, the lad who, in my opinion, could have done a little bit better for their goal, he pops up and gets the equaliser for us. Absolutely brilliant. What a header it was as well. He's done everything right for that goal, didn't he? He moved the player out of his way. As soon as Mykolenko connected with the ball, you've seen Jake O'Brien move his way past the player, move the defender out of his way. Who was the defender with him? Was it Pinnock? He got past. I'm not sure, but he moved the defender, and he gets his head on it, and he guides it right across the keeper. He put it in the exact right place and everything. Honestly, it was a great header. And after that, I thought if anyone was going to get the winner, I did think it was going to be us, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. And you could see, like I say, at that time we were tired as well. Finishes 1-1. The unfortunate thing for us, United did beat Leicester, was it? And moved up. So we dropped to 16th. Yet we are on 32 points. We are 10 points ahead of Wolves, who are below us, and we play them next, of course. And below Wolves in 18th is Ipswich on only 17 points. So we are, what's that? 15? Is it? We're 15 points clear of the bottom three. So yeah, although we know we're sitting in 16th from that and the other results, still a good position. Let's get to some of your comments, guys. Let's get you guys involved. David Max says, why don't we predict City v Plymouth? Everybody all right with that? That's a good shout, David Mack. I'll go with that. City Plymouth. Should we do that one? We won't do it now. Don't get the scores now. We won't do it now. Do it at the very end. I'll go for that. City Plymouth, yeah. Go on, David. A few of you are giving scores in there. I'll take the scores in a bit. David Mack says, I think it'll go to penalties, to penalise. Michaelton says, Plymouth has a good keeper. Not as good as Pickford. But still, who is as good as Pickford? Who is? I think Pickford's great player, you know. Great. Afternoon, folks. Hit the like, you filthy animals. Love it, Wormy. Love it. I love the fact that you guys are the ones that remind me to ask people to hit that like. I always forget it. Guys, just right now, if you're watching, hit that heart. Hit that like. The more likes videos get, the more they move up the YouTube algorithm. I think the YouTube algorithm is almost impossible to figure out. Only people like Mr. Beast, and that seems to have figured it out. He does great videos as well, so that helps. Let's see. The amount of chances Everton had, they should have bagged the 3 points. Yeah, Alexander Bryden, yeah. I agree with that. I agree, we should. And it was the same against United, wasn't it? United's only the first chance on goal was the free kick that they scored, and we should have been 3 or 4 up first half. Same with Brentford, isn't it? We should have had at least 2 against Brentford in the first half. But it is what it is, you know. We still can't complain too much. I know we might like to, but I can't. You can't even give Beto stick. Yeah, he's missed two chances there. Well, you can if you want. Sorry, you can if you want. I just won't. I'm gutted that he doesn't finish those chances. But you know what he's done for us past few games. I just think there's tired legs there throughout the team, and I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because he should have done better. I'm just trying to say that won't come down too hard on him. Beto runs like Bambi on ice, Nick. Yeah, he does. He does, Thomas. Yeah, Bambi on ice and a crab. Yeah, mix them two together, and that's how Beto runs. But it's brilliant, isn't it? It's almost like perfection, the way he runs. Because honestly, I honestly believe that if you're a defender, those defenders running behind him when he was like in on goal, especially the second one, when he's in on goal there, those defenders running behind, I don't think they've got any idea what Beto is about to do with the ball and which way he's about to go. I just think they can't figure it out at all. And that's why I think it's absolutely brilliant. Dave Mack says, I've never rated Calvert-Lewin. He's not a number 9 and he's not Premier League. We've lost decent strikers in recent years because Calvert-Lewin would always start, which didn't give others a chance. Yeah, David. I said the other day, he had a good season for us, didn't he? He's not the worst we've ever had. He's not the worst we've ever had. No, by nowhere near the best either. I honestly think it's time to go. And look at David Mack. You've gone on to say there it was nearly the same with Beto. He nearly left in January. Thank God he didn't. Calvert-Lewin misses too many sitters, and his one-on-ones are awful. His one-on-ones are terrible. But yeah, that's a good point. That David, really good point. That Beto was looking in January, wasn't he? There was rumours that we were going to let him go, and imagine we did, and then Calvert-Lewin's injured again. We'd have been absolutely snookered. We'd have definitely still been down and very near the bottom, wouldn't we? I reckon anyway. Wormy says, yeah, Dave, we were idiots with Keane. Moise Keane, sorry, you're saying, yeah, Moise Keane is another. Was brought but never got a chance. And Chink Tosin, all because Calvert-Lewin would always start but never does anything. Well, David, yeah, really, really good point. Really good point, mate. Maybe that's what happened with Umar Niasse as well. Maybe it was Calvert-Lewin that took his locker off him. Hey, as well. Still love that story, like. But yeah, very good points, David. Really, really good points. Coyote it was. Yeah, that was, you're right. Wormy, it was Coyote. Did O'Brien moved out the way, wasn't it? And got past. Yeah, it wasn't Pinnock. It was Coyote, yeah. Well done, mate. 3 more wins and we're definitely safe. David, yes. 3 more wins, 100% safe. We're on 32 points. They always say that mark is 40, don't they? So 3 more wins. I honestly think we're probably safe now. I don't see Ipswich picking up. What are we, 15 points? I don't see them picking up 15 points. So hopefully they don't. And I think we're safe. I don't want us to just rest on that laurel and say, look, we're safe there. We're safe here. You know, we're all right. Take your foot off the gas. No, not at all. Not at all. I want to win every game for the rest of the season. 100%. Want to win every game ever, always. But I touch wood. I think we're probably safe. I think we've probably done enough because it's not even us. You know, there's Wolves below us. We're 10 points clear of Wolves, and then Wolves are 5 points clear of Ipswich. So, look, it's going to have to be an absolute disaster, isn't it? For us to be dragged back into that. Yeah, wait there. H.E. Pennypacker says, sorry, I've moved on. Where were we? Tazzel Islam says, sorry, Tazzel says, was a disappointing goal to concede that. Pickford should have come out and cleared the ball when it bounced. Yeah, he should have done it. Quite a few players in that box should have done better. Tazzel, shouldn't they? As I said before, for a long throw to come in and the players are allowing that long throw to bounce inside the box and in and around the box, that's not good enough. You just put your foot through it. Leather it anywhere. Just like Tarkowski did when he scored against Liverpool. They say just leathered it as hard as it could. Just leather it. Bournemouth v Wolves is more of an interesting one, Tazzle. It might be, but I think that Man City v Ports, who is it? Plymouth? We could have there might be some mad scores people go for there. We'll do the City one. So Lunatic says, yeah, we're 15 points clear of the bottom three, and also 15 points off Man City in fourth. Mad position we're in, isn't it? But that's where we need to be looking, Ostrich. Instead of us looking down, going, how close are we? We should be looking up and looking like, who can we catch? Who can we catch up there? And we'll do Wolves 6-0. Yes, Blue. Yes, Blue CJ. 6-0. 4-0 last time, wasn't it? 6-0 at their place. Yes, that's the spirit. Let's see. Pterodactyl, the drunken Velociraptor. Who? He has sobered up recently. Who? So about Beto or something? Beto was just a clash finisher. Was just an off game. Beat Brentford. All top strikers are off games. Of course they do, yeah. Pennypacker. HE Pennypacker says, I actually think DCL would do okay with Moyes as boss. Do you, mate? Yeah, be interesting. Pennypacker, you were the only one, by the way. They got the United result right, 2-2. You haven't dropped me an email for a hat. You need to drop me an email so I can get a hat to you. If you don't want one, fair, fine. No bother at all. Just let me know. Lookman is doing well at Atalanta. Lookman's doing really well, but again, that's again, isn't it? Why did we let him go? I thought he looked okay as a kid for us. Why did we let Lookman go? Bizarre. Mikalenko's first assist, is it? Yeah. Penny, I didn't know that. Didn't pick up on that little stat. Mikalenko's first assist for O'Brien. Didn't pick up on that one, mate. Dyche was the reason we were teetering on the edge. Yeah, we are safe. Need to stop this non-wins narrative. It's rubbish. They are currently running at 3 points every 6 games. They are currently running at 3 points every 6 games. Don't think the bottom 3 will get to 30 points. I don't, James. Nah, not at all. So, like I say, Ipswich are closest to it on 17. I don't think they'll get to 30. Really don't. Some Leicester fans are wanting Dyche. Are they? Yeah, Penny. I mean, Van Nistelrooy's doing an awful job, isn't he? Awful job with an awful team, though. It's obviously tough to move into that team, and the current spirit that must be in that team at the moment must be tough, really, really tough. But yeah, it must. I don't know if Dyche would do any better. Wormy says, "What you make of Thelwell going, Nick?" I think so. Is it been announced that he's going, or is it just that he's got a contract that runs out in the summer or something like that? I've missed the full story on it today. I've been really busy today, guys. I didn't even prepare that much for tonight. I didn't have that much time, being totally honest with you. But yeah, I have seen about Thelwell going, and my honest thoughts about him going, I think he needs to go. I've heard that somebody potentially coming in, is it from Leicester? David Weir, perhaps. Is he director of football somewhere? But yeah, we've made some terrible decisions with signings, haven't we? Terrible. The Brozier one was an awful decision. Inexcusable, the Brozier one, for me. Let's face it, Jack Harrison hasn't been great at all, but Jack Harrison may have worked, so that's tough. But there's been more. Obviously, there's been some terrible waste of money. So yeah, what's everybody else's fault? Chimiti back in training for warm weather, says James. Second test event's been confirmed, March the 23rd on a Sunday. Cheers, Blue Skies. I hadn't seen that. When was that confirmed, mate? That today as well. Good job I'm holding this tonight, because I'm finding out loads for you guys. So really, really appreciate it. Who said that about the second test event there? Mr. Blue Skies. What is it? I will look it up later, and I normally get quite a lot of people sending me messages when like Everton announce things and that. We've probably got a lot of messages to get to, but if they've confirmed the second test event, Mr. Blue Skies, if they confirmed what it is, are they playing another game under 23s, maybe something like that? let me know, please. Peter Knight says, hi. After watching, Matthew Booth says, Wolves are pretty good at home. Love it, Matthew. Love it. Keep it coming, mate. Peter says, hi. After watching yours and a couple more videos last night, I noticed that the legend stones on the walkway are in the shape of Archibald Leach lattice work. Are they? The actual stones? Peter, that's something for me to check out more. Celtic says we should be looking at 48 points minimum now. Minimum, mate. It's a lot more to pick up. Like, what's that, another 16, is it? Another 16 points. Yeah, that's definitely not out of reach, that. Definitely not. Who drove Thelwell to the airport? I believe there was a queue to do it. Yeah, Terry. There will be. I'll take him, mate. I'll take him. No bother. Jump on me drone, mate. I'll fly you there. Open question. Should we have kept Ellis Sims? It's a tough question though, Thomas, isn't it? Possibly. Who was the other kid? On the right. Young lad. Go to Sheffield, maybe. There's another lad. I know Ellis Sims at Coventry. He's done all right for them. Would he have done it in the Premier League? It's a tough one. But then, Thomas, maybe we should have for the backup, just to see how he does. Got brought on in the derby, I think. Was it last season or the season before at Anfield? He got brought on. And it's a tough game for him to come on, but he didn't look great, totally honest with you. Let's see. Been great in the chat. I've got to shoot off. Take care, everyone. Cheers, David. Yeah. Remember your prediction for City Plymouth. They're not renewing his contract, I think, Nick. Yeah, is this Thelwell? Yeah. I think that's what I believe. I understand it to be that, James. That he's going in the summer. He's got a contract until the summer, then he goes. The Leeds CEO coming in. Really, I've heard a couple of things. Then he'd stop bringing in loan. Yeah, loan ducks. Yeah, Blue, you're right. We do. So, guys, what are we thinking then? What are we all thinking about the fact that we haven't got a game this weekend? I usually, do you know what? I've gone through every emotion when we haven't got a game. So like when it's international break or it's cups this weekend, isn't it? No game for us. There's times when I'm like, so right now I'm gutted that we haven't got a game this weekend because I love us playing at the moment. But my honest thoughts are it's necessary for us to have a little break right now. I think we need time for hopefully get a few more players back fit. Give the players that have been playing quite a lot of games recently, give them a little rest. But then there's times when honestly there's been international break for recent years and I've been like, oh, thank God for that. We get it. We get a weekend off. Do you know what I mean? So what's all your thoughts at the moment on us having a break this weekend? Because our next game is a week on Saturday against Wolves away, and it's an 8 p.m. game as well. So our next game is a nighttime game. Blue CJ says that you agree. You think they need a break? They're looking tired. Totally agree, mate. That's how I'm feeling. You see. I think they needed the break, Nick. 10 more days with Moyes, can't do any harm. James, there you go. Exactly. Give the lads, let the lads have a break. Perhaps maybe a couple of days off now, and maybe back in training like Sunday or Monday or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Played Wednesday night, didn't they? So I hope they've had like a good little break. Hi, Sammy, how you doing? You okay? So hopefully, yeah, a little break for them. Couple of days off. Then back in training, maybe a couple of days light training, and then back to it. Like I say, hopefully there's a couple of those lads that are currently injured that are getting closer to coming back. Wormy says we needed a break. 2 close games straight after. Hopefully we have some people back to put on the bench. Exactly that, Wormy. Always 8 breaks from Premier League footy. I do, Patrick. Though I do. I always hate them. But like I say, recently there has been some times where I've gone, oh, do you know what? I can enjoy my weekend. We've got a weekend off, and it's sad. I'm not feeling like that now, and I hope I never feel like that again. To be honest with you, but yeah, I think right now the lads needed a break. One thing I haven't touched on, it's just come across the bottom, which is good. I've put at the bottom of the screen Harrison and Lindstrom problems. Now, I thought Lindstrom was really, really poor against Brentford. Thought Harrison had just a couple of moments where he tried on the ball, off the ball. He just winds me up off the ball. Honestly, I've never felt like it about a player for Everton. Not that I can recall anyway, where I watch him so, as soon as we haven't got the ball, my eyes almost like fixate towards where's Harrison, what's he doing? Every time he's doing nothing, or just jockeying a player who has one of theirs who hasn't even got the ball. I really think wingers. I mean, we've got Ndai. It's come back, haven't we, on the left, and hopefully that's not long away. Hopefully, but right now, if the league was finishing now and the option was there right now, right? Do you want to buy Lindstrom? Option to buy. My answer would be no. What about you? Same with Harrison as well. I'd be no. See you guys later. We need wingers. I don't think Lindstrom's strong enough on the ball. Don't think he commits to a tackle enough as well. And the end product, putting the balls in, isn't good enough for wingers in the Premier League, in my opinion. So yeah, what's everybody else's thoughts on that, please? Yeah, Sammy, the lads do need a break. Yeah, totally agree. Let's see. Roy says, hopefully we get a few more players back after the break. Yeah, that's it, Roy. That's what we're hoping for. Leave on arrival, the players were tired after walking from the plane to the duty free. Sounds about right, Terry. I've heard they've gone to Dubai. Have they? Our team, have they? Okay. Yeah, Sal says, I agree they need a break. Slightly worried they might lose momentum. That's the other thing, isn't it? That's the problem, Sal, and that's why you don't want it, but you feel the players need it. But you don't want to break that run of games and that momentum that we've had going. But I think it's slowly breaking anyway, with the losing the 2-0 lead to United, that coming back to 2-2, not taking those chances against Brentford and then grinding out for a 1-1. I think you can see that form just slightly dipping, and I just think refreshed bodies might help with that. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, I think, is that Thomas? No, Terry's replied to Celtic there, saying we are treading water. Celtic need a rest. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying there, Terry. Yeah, it's come to that, hasn't it? That they're treading water's a good analogy, mate. Yeah. James Graham says they both need to produce, but Harrison does wind you up no end. He does, James. He does. He certainly winds me up, honestly. Oh God, every Everton player, right? I want them to do well. Honestly, I want them to do well. But when they're not, game in, game out, and it's the same problem, off the ball problem, and he's not great on the ball either, which hasn't made things any better for him. You know, you can have someone who's great on the ball going forward, and he's not tracking back enough, but he's creating things going forward. You can deal with that, but can't deal with the way he is. Yeah, Celtic says Moyes has his work cut out with those two. Definitely does, mate. Yeah. Surely we will call back Armstrong to start on the wing next season. Harrison Armstrong. Yeah, maybe start on the wing. Thought he was more of a central midfield player, Harrison Armstrong, is he not? Wormy says he has been sick though, Lindstrom. He has, Wormy. He has. You're right. Doesn't have a goal or assist, but he is so involved on the right side, doing little links ups and getting forward. I think he's a decent Lindstrom. He is a 10 not. He is a 10 not. A winger, all right. Sorry, you finished that. He's a 10. not a winger or right wing. His link-up play is decent, yeah, to be honest. And he does, Lindstrom, not unlike Harrison, Lindstrom does track back and he does help his team out at the back, Lindstrom. And he tries to do a few link-ups. I just don't think he's strong enough or creative enough going forward. As a winger, though, as a Premier League winger myself, Wormy. Peter says, but like you say, Wormy, sorry, you are right. He has been ill, apparently. Peter Knight says, yes, from high up. I've just subscribed, but I've been watching your vids for years. Great work. Cheers, Peter. Thanks for the subscribe, mate. Lunatic says, I don't want to rush you, but it's already been 40 minutes. You have a fundraiser to go to. Lunatic, I literally just looked at the time then. You see, I get carried away. Got to go, Nick. On Blues, till next time. City 1, Plymouth 2. We'll start that with Blues, CJ. Let's start this, and then I've got to run as well, guys. So let's get some scores in. Not yet. Let me wipe this board, please, guys. I'll start with, who was that? Blue CJ, wasn't it? It's gone for a 2-1. Plymouth. I've got some new pens as well, so we might actually be able to see your scores. Blue CJ, 2-1. I'll just put 2-1. Okay. Right, who else has got a... Matthew Booth has got City 6-1. City. Who else have we got? Celtic 4-0 City. City. Roy 5-0 City. City. Need more goals and assists from our wingers included. Yeah, Patrick, we do. They all need to be mucking in, don't they, mate? Lunatic, I'm afraid Plymouth doesn't have a chance. 4-1 City, says Lunatic. Thomas McGuinness, 1-1. You going for City on penalties? I'll just take the 90 minutes. That gets too difficult, including penalties, Thomas. I'll just take your 90 minutes there. Sammy, 4-0. Sammy, you're going on with Celtic. Celtic and Sammy, you've gone for the 4-0. Patrick said, prediction, Everton will be competing for Europe spots next season. Yes, we will. 100% we will. 100%. Peter, 5-0 City. City, Peter. Let's take a couple more, guys, and then yeah, I will have to shoot, because despite the fact that I said half hour 40 minutes, I've already gone over. Get carried away. You guys are great to chat to. Anybody got another prediction for me? Close this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to go for... I'm going for a 3-1 City. Guys, okay. Guys, I'm going to finish off there. So we've got no game this weekend. Everybody keep an eye on that City Plymouth game. And what we'll do, we'll get back in the studio midweek next week sometime to do a pre-match about that Wolves game. And then next Saturday evening, 8 p.m, we'll be here. I might see if I can get somebody on the video with me next Saturday. Patrick's gone 1-0. I'll put you on, Patrick. I might see if I can get somebody in the studio with me for the Wolves game. Because it's a nighttime game. Might sit down, have a beer, watch the game, talk to all you guys. Have a good weekend, everybody. Patrick, I will put you up here. Patrick McAteer, isn't it? Patrick Mack has gone 1-0 Plymouth. Love it. Guys, James Graham also said 4-1 just after I did he? Lunatic, cheers, mate. Good job you're here. Reminding me I've got to go and give me everybody's predictions as well. Lunatic, You're a star. Guys, it's okay, mate. I got a hat ostrich. Yeah, James, don't worry about that. I've got different colours. Got loads of colours, mate. Right, guys. You guys have a lovely weekend, okay? Thank you very much for joining once again. Up the toffees. Come on, you blue boys. See you later, everybody.